My name is Kara Potts, and I've been coming out to Brookshire and specifically the hangar for the past 3 years. About 5 years ago, I lost my middle son in an accident, and I found myself, instead of a busy mom of 3 teenagers, my daughter went to college, and Cooper went to heaven, and I had just 1 child at home, and I had some extra time that I wanted to make sure I was spending it on something that counted. So I talked to Pastor Omar at Kingsland, and he and I are dear friends, and I just said to him, hey, I really want to invest somewhere. Where do you want me? And he said, Brookshire. So I had a breakfast meeting with Dennis and Trey Nine and Pastor Omar, and I just heard the vision of community transformation and what was already being done out here with guys, but I didn't hear much about what was happening with women. And so I started Wings with some dear friends about 2.5 years ago, just women getting together and talking about Jesus, talking about life, talking about parenting, talking about all the things that affect women no matter where you live. So about 2 years ago, Ryan talked to me about needing an assistant director. And he said, I have this woman that she's a single mom in this community. Her kids have been involved in our ministry, and I think she would be great. And I want you to meet her. And so it was 2 years ago, I think this week, that I met Casandra Runnels for the first time. And she's one of those people that when you meet her, you instantly love her.
My name is Casandra Runnels, and I am the assistant director here at the Hangar Unity Center out in Brookshire. I've had a few mentors growing up. I had my grandmother, my high school coach, my supervisor at McDonald's, and then coming into Eyes on Me, Kara Potts. To me, Kara has been more than a friend. Being able to lean on her and hear from her and get guidance from her, she's like my go-to person. When I am struggling spiritually, I can call Kara, and she always has the right words.
Galatians 6:2 is a verse that I really love, and that verse tells us to shoulder one another's burdens, carry one another's burdens. So one of the things that I understand is that takes time to really be able to understand where someone is and what they're going through. You need to give each other some time. I really see her as the forefront, the person in the forefront in Brookshire, especially with women and teens, ministering to others. And if she doesn't have a time where she can be poured into, then she's not working with everything that God wants her to have.
I just personally feel like Kara is where I aspire to be. Because Kara and I are from 2 different walks of life. She's reached certain points that I want to reach, but I haven't yet and didn't even know how to get there, honestly.
I have a responsibility to take what the Lord has given me and experiences that I've had or things that I've been able to learn and pass it on to others. So talking to Casandra about looking at her time and where she's putting in her time and how balancing home and family and work and time with Jesus is challenging. But I can share, you know what, Casandra, here's how I'm doing it right now. Here's something that has worked for me, or gosh, here's where it really didn't work.
Kara does not mind being transparent. And she lets me know, hey, like even if there were stumbles in her story, she didn't mind letting me know that she stumbled in certain areas before reaching where she is today. So that let me know that, hey, okay, this is where you're going, but you have to be prepared because you will stumble a time or two.
Trying to juggle work and juggle raising your children and discipling others, it's a lot on her plate. And so from the early days, I just wanted to come alongside her and be a good friend and offer her support, pray with her. But you know, when I was thinking about talking about this, I was thinking about the verses, iron sharpens iron. And something that I can tell you about Casandra is she loves the Lord. And she's been walking with the Lord for a long time. And so when I leave her, even if we're officially having a mentor conversation, I leave sharpened. So she's really the epitome. Our friendship is the epitome of the verse, iron sharpening iron.
My relationship with Kara, it showed me basically a roadmap to how I wanted to be with my mentees, because she's stern, but she's caring, and she doesn't mind holding me accountable, which is something that I love because I'm really big on accountability. Like, she doesn't mind pointing out, hey, this is what you're doing, but this is how it should be done. and you may see better results if you try it this way. So it's all in the wording and knowing that everything that she does comes from a place of love. So that helps me with my mentees, makes me do a heart check and say, hey, where's your heart right now?
I think when we're discipling and mentoring, I have someone way beyond just the person in front of me that I'm thinking about. There are people that person is going to end up being a parent to, a grandparent to. There's going to be a neighbor. So I really see a trickle effect. As the Lord pours into me, I can pour into Casandra, and Casandra can pour into her girls. But on the flip side, as the Lord pours into Casandra, Casandra pours into me, and I can pour into those that I minister to.
Her wisdom is far beyond her years. And that's why I value her so much as a mentor. And I know that everything that she tells me is just something that I can take and not just keep, but I pass all of this along to my kids so that I can break the generational curses.
I get a ton of just blessing from being a part of this ministry, honestly. Something that's really helped me heal with the death of my son has been learning to serve others. Your hurt looks different than my hurt, but we all have things in our life that are hard. And I could put my eyes on just myself and my circumstances, or I can turn my eyes outward and look to serve others. And it's amazing how much healing I've personally felt from that. Until you do it, you don't know how important it is to put your attention on others. When the Lord tells us to serve others, He's not just doing it because He wants us to help. He knows it's healing for us.